Hello, I'm Mindy Desai from Saraswat International Academy and I will be teaching Environmental Studies of 5th Standard. Chapter 1, Who will do this? Now, let's start up. Who will do this? So, in this chapter, we will be learning about the duties which we have to follow at our home, our school, our surroundings, that is near our areas, the duties which we have to follow and which we have to perform at certain places where we visit or where we go. What is a duty? Duty, we can say, as a responsibility or a moral or legal obligation. Responsibility means, first we can say, right, duty can be said as a responsibility, right? In this chapter we will be learning about the primary duties. Primary duties we can say as a basic duty which starts from our home. Just for an example, if a tap is open and the water is flowing from the bucket, what we will do? We will close the tap. We will not allow the water to overflow, right? So it is our primary duty or a basic duty. The second thing is the surrounding near us. The garbage from the home we should not throw on the streets. We should throw the garbage or the waste in the dustbin. So it is also, we can say, as a primary duty or a basic duty. Is it? So there are many duties which we have to perform at public properties as well as at the private property. Now, we get many of the facilities where we live and where we are staying. We humans, we all know that air, water, and food, these three are the basic necessities a human or a living being needs, right? So let's talk about water. Water is a basic necessity for every living being. So it is our moral duty to utilize it properly and carefully. See, water we use it from the morning till the night we go to sleep. It is used in each and every purpose, for brushing our teeth, for bathing, for cleaning the utensils, for cooking food, for drinking. Each small things water is being required. Even in the industries, in the plants, water is being required. Also, it is a facility which we are getting through the pipelines by the municipality. Is it? So, it is a need and it is our duty to save water. Is it? Also, we can say that how we should save water or how the water can be stopped wasting. Here are certain points through which we can come to know how the water can be saved or how the wastage of the water can be stopped. First point, the taps when not in used should be kept closed. Just as I told you, at our homes, if the tap is open, it is our duty to close it. Is it? Same way at the public places also, if the public taps are open, especially in our school, when we go for washroom, when we go for water drinking, it is our moral duty, primary duty, to close the tap. The second point is leaking of water from the taps. We all know what is leakage, right? Tup, is it? That is leakage, we can say, from the pumps of the villages should also be stopped. Pumps, we all know, water pumps, they are generally used in the villages. The next is dirty water. Dirty water, we get it from our home. Is it? We get it from the industries. We get it from the factories. Is it? All this water that should be released through the sewage lines. The dirty water should be released through the sewage lines or through the gutters, not on the streets, because more and more mosquitoes will grow and more disease will be spread. So to be healthy, it is our duty to keep the surrounding clean by throwing the dirty water through the sewage lines. The next is Bathing of animals in the villages should be banned or stopped. In generally, we all know, especially in the villages, the cows, the buffaloes, the scenario of the village, we all know. The clothes are being washed there. The bathing of the animals, the people are bathing, so the water is obviously being spoiled, is it? So we should stop it. The next is industrial throwing chemicals should also be stopped, and the garbage of the waste related to industries. The garbages through the industries which are spoiling the water, which are changing the color of the water, rivers, that should be stopped, because it is not only harming the water but also it is harming the lives of the fish or the marine life, is it? So it is our duty to take care of the industrial waste. They should be dumped at proper places and not in the rivers or nearby areas. Now, at public places, especially in the latrines, when we use it, it is our duty to flush it, not to keep as it is. We should add more and more water, is it? Now, let's talk about some other points related to the environment, that how we can save our environment, what is our duty related to it, and how we can perform it. First point is growing more and more trees. It is also our duty. Cutting down of trees should be stopped, is it? See, we all know oxygen and carbon dioxide process we require for inhaling, exhaling. Trees plays an important role. We get fresh air, is it? So it is our duty to grow more and more trees. Trees should not be cut down. The next point, throwing garbage on the streets near our houses also should be stopped. We should always throw the garbage in the dustbin, not near our surroundings or not on the streets. We should clean up our area and we should throw it in the dustbin. Even the municipalities trolleys come at our places. We should dump the garbage and throw it in them. Is it? Next is gardens, public gardens. When we visit, it is our duty not to throw the waste nearby gardens. We have public dustbin also, so it is our moral duty whenever we go to public places, like when we go to for theaters for a movie, when we go to the gardens, it is our duty to throw all the belongings which are of no use in the dustbin, public dustbin. Next is we can and have to use dustbin at home, school, gardens, just as I told you before. All this for we require dustbin. It is our duty to throw all the waste in the dustbin. Next is the important point, that noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution are the most harmful elements which are affecting our environment, and we humans plays an important role in saving it. We have to save it. It is our moral duty to save our environment, to stop noise pollution, air pollution, and water pollution, and to make our environment clean and pure. It is our moral duty to take care by utilizing all the facilities property. In this chapter, we will be learning more about public properties also. Now, here I have given a difference between a public property and a private property. We all know that we have to follow duties either at our home or obviously outside when we go, right? Or visit. So we can call it as a public property. Now, the main difference we will be learning is private property is what? A home, we can say, as a private property, is it? So how we can define it? The facilities which are owned means apna khud ka, by an individual, that is a private property. For example, home, garden in the bungalow, private car. See, private car is we come to school, we come by school bus, we cannot say it as a public property. If we come by our moped, then we can say it is a private property or a private car. So, again I repeat, what is a private property? The facilities which are owned by an individual, that is a private property. Just an example is a home, garden in the bungalow, and a private cars, and many other belongings which are owned by individual, that is a private property. Let's talk about a public property. Just as I told you about the public taps, areas surrounding of industries, they all belongs to public property. The facilities which are not owned by an individual but are used by everyone. Just an example, we can say a school, right? School, I cannot say that is it, it's my own. Everyone is coming, everyone is using, right? The benches, we cannot say that it is owned by an individual, it is used by everyone. The temples which we visit, the mosque which we visit, they are a public property. Government offices, can anybody tell that it is my property? Obviously not. Public transportation, let's take an example of public transportation. That is, we have train, buses, aeroplanes. We have to pay for it, is it? We are using the facility from going one place to another. So can we call it as a private property? No. So in public property, we can say examples are schools, temples, government offices, public transport, toilets, and many other things where the facilities are used by everyone, not by a single person. That's all. Thank you.